you very much are watching the movie through his eyes. But I think that's, I don't think that's the extent of the experience. I don't necessarily know if it's just you watching the movie through his eyes, because it's not just what he sees. You're watching the movie through his brain. You're watching the movie through his perception, not his eyes. Because there is no shroom at the end of the movie in his vehicle. It's his perception of life, and it's his kind of awakening. So you're watching the movie through his perceptions and his awakenings, if that makes any sense. Ang Lee made me want to be a part of this project. When he called me and talked about the role, he described the character as Rambo meets Buddha, and that intrigued me. Playing a character that is this kind of respected, formidable character who chooses to be spiritual and philosophical. He's the sergeant who has been there longer than anybody else, but he's developed a different sensitivity to the war and that experience. His greatest fear is not actually dying on the battlefield, but dying in your spirit dying. And that's his greatest fear amongst his soldiers. He doesn't want his soldiers to, he doesn't want the spirit of the soldiers to die from this experience. Well, I'd always wanted to work with Ang Lee, and just when this opportunity came up that I was able to work with him, it was, a dream come true, because it's something that I had talked about in press openly for 10 years prior, saying when anyone would say, who would you like to work with, I would say, I want to work with Ang Lee. Just interesting that it was the second war film I'd ever done. The second time, I was in a military uniform. And the idea that there's a parallel with Saving Private Ryan and the two giant directors is surreal for me.